Hi people, bear with me, put my glasses on. I just want to cover the issue of the Antichrist, the description of the Antichrist. Many people think that Mr. Obama, Hussein, Barack, whatever his name is the Antichrist, right? Now, I just want to take you to Daniel, and we'll just go through the checklist of descriptions of the guy that's the vileperson stroke Antichrist, okay? If we can take you to Daniel 7, verse 20, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. So we're looking at a guy that's like quite stocky one, yeah? So we're looking at a stocky kind of guy. Obama, no disrespect, but he's scrawny. He doesn't fit that description. If we go over to Daniel 8, verse 25 is an interesting one. And through his policy also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace he shall destroy many. Now, we'll stop right there because we've got the gist of what's going on. So, you know, and through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper. So, if someone's going to get into some kind of magic or witchcraft or, you know, any kind of like miracle, fake miracle, but, you know, Satan's provided it or what have you, you know, whatever this craft is, I would suggest it's probably something very, like magic, basically. It's the use of magic, you know, courtesy of Satan, basically, to them. So, he's going to be open about his craft, basically. It says, and through his policy. So he's going to be renowned. He's going to be renowned for this. He's going to be known for like this craft. Yeah, it's his policy, so everyone's going to know about it. Right? That ain't Obama. I mean, he's took the mick out of the Bible, which is a disgrace. He's, you know, he's sort of like been on interviews and he's gone, oh, you know, my Christian, Muslim, Christian faith, you know, and stuff like that. So, it's just bizarre. I don't think this guy is going to have any particular faith, but it's just he's got to cause craft to prosper, and that's it. I'd like to take you to chapter 11 of Daniel. I'm just in a checklist here, so bear with me. Right, if we go to Daniel 11, verse 20. First of all, that just mentions a tax raiser, right? We've got a raiser of taxes, right? Then shall stand up in his estate a raiser of taxes in the glory of the kingdom, but within a few days he shall be destroyed, neither in anger nor in battle. Whoever this tax raiser is, okay, is going to be destroyed within a few days. Yeah. Now, a few days to our Lord could be a year for each day. So he's going to be in the limelight, this tax raiser, for a number of years, a few years maybe, and then that's it. Could be Obama. I suspect it's Obama that's the raiser of taxes. And in his estate shall stand up a vileperson. So in his estate, right, wherever this tax raiser is, Obama raised the taxes on the 1st of January considerably. He said he wasn't going to slap the poor with it, but he did anyway. So, so in his estate stands up a vile person to whom they shall not give the honour of the kingdom, but he shall come in peaceably and obtain the kingdom by flatteries. Okay, sounds like a politician. I can abide with that. Then we have 23. Okay, and that's the same chapter, chapter 11. After the league made with him, he shall work deceitfully, for he shall come up and shall become strong with a small people. Well, where's Obama? He's slap bang in the middle of America. That's a huge people. That's not a small people. This guy comes from a small area. And he uses those people from where he comes from as well. Yeah? Interesting. And shall become strong with a small people. Okie dokie. So that's another thing that rules it out. I've got a fair few pointers, and then we go 37. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women. Guys, this guy's married. He's got kids. So, you know what I mean? It just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the bill. This specifically says, nor the desire of women. Now, come on, man. Let's be frank. He's had sexual intercourse with Michelle, if that's her real name, yeah? But the woman that's his wife. And had a couple of kids, okay? So, this guy, he has no desire for women at all. He's got no time for women, okay? So, that's another reason why it can't be Obama. I mean, he's got a nasty little attitude, guys, but you know, towards the end of this system, people are going to get like that. I mean, we don't see these other people because, like, he's in the forefront, you know. He's like, you've got the UN, NATO, everything. I mean, that's basically what's running the whole thing. And lastly, verse 38. Now, this just backs up the actual opening scripture that I gave you, really. Verse 38 of the same chapter 11 of Daniel. But in his estate he shall honour the God of forces, and a God whom his fathers knew not shall he honour with gold and silver and with precious stones and pleasant things. Okay. So now we got this guy that he's going to honour the God of forces. Okay. A God whom his fathers knew not. Number 39. Thus he shall do in the most strongholds with a strange God. We all know Lucifer's lost the plot, that this is something that's got to be different. Yeah? They see him as a God, you see, don't they? Yeah? But this is a strange God. We all know he's lost the plot. We all know he's mentally unstable, but why would that be actually put out like that in the first place? Otherwise, if it was Lucifer, they would have just said so. So this strange God, this is what leads me to believe that whoever is the Antichrist, it's going to be someone that's possibly heading the New Age agenda with the alien fake agenda. The one that's probably been working behind the scenes all this time with all these, indigo children and whatnot. And been pushing the agenda forward, like organising like big press conferences and things like that and such like. So yeah, behind the scenes, this is all going on. you know, like you got the Stephen Greer thing, and they're just pushing the agenda. You got all these people. All of a sudden, these bigwigs are coming out saying, yeah, we know aliens exist. There's like 30 odd different types or 50 odd different types, and blah blah blah. Dot dot dot. You know, and that's all just like, and Reagan's going on about aliens and everything, and he kept on going on about it in Congress. So, you know, that's just the work up to it. So this is all just being, I think, if this is all working up to something, and it happened, basically they were hammering it like big time around the 60s, like the Farm Power generation. Excuse me. It's got to be, I mean, the strange God factor. The God of forces. He shall cause craft to prosper. Come on, guys, what is this? This has got to be closest thing to like flipping satanic type of voodoo kind of black magic type of thing, and doing the fake miracles and whatnot. I mean, this guy is going to be, he's going to be like a bit different to Obama, guys. And if you think it's Obama, I mean, personally, I don't think it is. If I'm wrong, hands in the air, okay? I really don't think so. I don't think it is him. I think he's a tax raiser. And they're just getting more godless as we go down the line. The one after him is the vileperson stroke antichrist. That's the guy we're looking at. I reckon it's the next one. Because he's nowhere near down that line, man. There's nowhere near. He's nowhere near down the line of like, as he talked about, like, anything like satanically spiritual, you know what I mean? That sort of side of it, you know, what they would consider spiritual. He's not spoke about anything like that. So, you know, the God of forces, the craft, within his policies, it's an open game. It's not what he's going to do at Bohemian Grove. This is going to be like his policy. This is going to be something that everybody knows about. This is going to be something, yeah, this guy, like, he brings fire down from the sky. He's like, you know, he literally brings fire down, you know. He's not just talking about, like, dropping bombs from planes onto different places, calling it a miracle. Well, no, because how long have we been doing that for? So we can't be dropping bombs and whatnot everywhere. This guy's going to get into serious stuff. You're going to see some really bad stuff coming from him, you know what I mean? I'm serious. I don't think you're looking at Obama. I'm doing this for Freemasonicknowlege. I do apologise for the delay, mate. I do 15-hour shifts back to back like sometimes, and I'm knackered. So I thought I'd do this especially for you, bud, and bring your folk over and whatnot if you want, like, and just let them have a natter about it on there, you know, on the page or what have you. I've got a basic mobile phone, so that's just been getting on the news recently. I think it's been virus, so hopefully I can upload this for you, but it's just like letting me down left, right and centre. I'm going to have to get a new SIM. They put something in the phones now to just bypass the phone and attach your SIM, so your SIM is the one that's got the viruses in it, and you just get the SIM replaced. So, yeah, okie doke. Yes, the strange God. The strange God. I mean, come on. What strange God does Obama worship except for flipping Lucifer behind the scenes? Like, this guy, he's going to be out in the open, and this God that he worships is going to be a weird one. It's going to be weird. And, you know, basically Lucifer's behind it. I mean, if you think about it all in history, like, you know, you've had, like, weird pictures and stuff, like hieroglyphics, half animal, half human, and people like saying that they were the gods and all this, like, you know, and Lucifer's probably done this sort of crap like over and over again. And they're all on about like this serpent that's got a rainbow or something to do with a rainbow about it and all this, and then like the New Age's going on about like, oh yeah, we're waiting for the snake to wrap around our shackles. Yeah, no doubt it will. Yeah, it will. Look, if I get any New Ages coming on my page, I'll explain to you in the best way possible, but I don't want to get like any attacks, because I'm just going to start losing it a bit with you. But other than that, I have a lot of patience. But since the time is drawing near, I think it's time everybody woke up a bit. Just look at the context. Just look at the context. Why did it say policy of craft? Do you know what I mean? It's like this craft. The craft is going to be within his policy. You know what I mean? This is not going to be hidden. This is just going to be like right in the open. There's a big difference, peeps. And I just want you to like, just please, just go over them scriptures that I've given you and just go through the lot again. But I just thought I'd like highlight the main aspects of what I found as to why I don't think it is Obama. I mean, the argument that people have had so far is that Obama, he's been selling like weapons to people abroad and whatnot, and that kind of corruption. And well, we know that. Who hasn't? Who hasn't done it? He thinks he's better than everybody else and magnifies himself. Yeah, they all do that. Yeah, they all do. They've just got worse down the line. That's all. We've had the prelude to this. We've seen it. We've seen them getting worse and worse, more open about it, and then you've got him standing up like slagging off the old Levitical laws. Anyway, that's it. I mean, all the things that people have. I mean, you know, fair play. If you think it's him, you can have a fair argument. You know what I mean? I'm not criticising you. I'm just saying, look, guys, you're looking at a different geezer, I'm pretty sure of it. I mean, I'll stand corrected if he is the Antichrist. And I reckon another thing, when somebody does become the Antichrist, there's going to be something about their eyes. I had a dream about that the Antichrist was a young fella. A little bit like a Jewish type skin, yeah? Yes, and there was a film over his eyes. There was just like, I don't know, it made his eyes look like they were more sparkly, but there was something else over them, like a film. It's hard to explain. You just knew it when you looked at his face. You went, that's him. And that's what I said in the dream. I went, that's him. That's the Antichrist. So, I mean, he had short hair, but it weren't as short as Obama's. But it just looked like if it grew, it just like bubbled up like it was short back and sides, but a little bit longer on the top. It just looked like it would grow curly if you left it grow longer or something. You know what I mean? But I could be completely wrong. But anyway, the dream says to look out for the eyeballs because there's something in their eyes. So, and I've just read out of the Bible. This is 17th century. It's a late 17th century King James. If anyone wants to know what I'm reading out of. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone's been selling arms to everybody anyway, even giving them away at some point. You know, that's nothing new, chaps. It's just not anything new. The corruption's like up and down the board, always has been. Yeah. Like double agents, if you like. That's what they're like. They go and sell the enemy weapons, and it's just crazy. Yet they want to take over them anyway. It's like shine on. You know, obviously, they're confident that they can outdo them. Anyway, yeah. Don't take this as an insult. I don't want anyone to take this as an insult. I'm not knocking you because I could still be wrong. I could be wrong. My hands in the air if I am, but like. I think we're looking at a guy that's going to fool a lot of people with his craft, within his policy. He's going to be doing a lot of like weird stuff, you know. And you're going to see like these miracles. You're going to see it. This is not a guy that's just going to be like standing there blagging himself. And with a strange God as well, whom his fathers knew not. Who could that be? Anyway, it strikes me as an alien deception. And that's who his ascended masters may come in, and that's who he may well be worshipping. So it would stand to reason because that's Satan's last card. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Please leave your comments below, and look forward to an interesting discussion. Speak to you soon.